What is going on, guys? Jack here, and welcome back to episode 20 of our Bayer Leverkusen Let's Play here in Football Manager 2019. And today, it's a massive episode for us. We are going to be taking on Bayern Munich away from home, knowing that really we have to win this game if we want to be challenging for the title in 14 matches time as we get towards the end of the year. As you can see, we are behind Wolfsburg, who have actually won a game in hand. They now sit 9 points clear of us. We just need to win to try and keep the distance, well, close. You can see Bayern are struggling right down there in the table. Of course, in the top right, you'll notice we are into January. It's been the winter break. It's come and gone. The transfer window is still open. Only one little bit of transfer news to speak of, really, and that was Thomas Soucek going out to Burnley. £11 million received to him. We signed him for £3.7 million a number of years ago. You can see last year he played significantly more games than this year. I think £11 million, that profit is pretty impressive, kind of given, I guess, the fee that we initially paid for him. You can see, looking at other players, the only other bit of note is the fact that Lincoln finished his loan spell where he was in Brazil, and he's going to be playing for Cologne for the rest of the season. Not at the best time there so far, but hopefully he can step up. He's a very good player. I think he has the talent to play at this level. And, well, I think the loan move is just a very good one for him. So anyway, since you were last here, 3 games in the league to speak of. We finished things off last time, of course, with a win against Wolfsburg. And after 2 massive wins last episode in what was a great episode, we kicked things off with a game against Gladbach. We were, well, 1 goal down in this game going into the last 5 minutes before a dramatic turnaround saw us take the lead in this game in the 92nd minute of extra time. It was a real classic, this one. Went a goal down. Paqueta's finish on the first goal was a really nice one, carrying it through, taking it around the keeper and slotting it away. And, well, I'd be lying if I was to say I didn't fist bump the air a little bit as Leon Bailey scored a tap-in at the back post. Man of the match performance by him. A goal and an assist to his name, and an 8.2 rating. All in all, just a very important result for us. And I was hoping, you know, off the back of this result, the game against Wolfsburg, right, you know, we're going to challenge for the title. However, in our last 2 Bundesliga games, we have not won. And yes, that does mean that the game, or rather the gap to Wolfsburg, could be significantly smaller than it is right now, because they've been slipping up too. But yeah, we've just not been good enough. In this first game against Hanover, Julian Brandt scored for us. Good to see him get a goal. Unfortunate news in this game was the fact that Lucas Romero got injured. He's torn his hamstring and is out for 2 months. And well, what made it even more unfortunate was the fact that they scored in the 90th minute. I'm not sure what the reverse of like a fist punch in the air is. I guess it's just punching your desk. That's what I was doing as they scored that goal. But yeah, a bit heartbreaking. Hanover very much against the run of play, getting a point. And in our most recent game against Cologne, our big rivals wanted to win this game. We just couldn't break them down, frankly. A real lack of opportunities at either end of the pitch. No highlights to speak of. It finished 0-0. It was not a classic. We will try and move on and forget about that game as fast as possible. I do feel like with the Hanover game, a bit of fatigue perhaps kicked in. You know, we've been in a lot of fixtures kind of going into the winter break. The winter break came at a good time. I'm hoping that Cologne result was just a case of being a bit slow starting again. You can see in the Champions League we have been drawn in the knockout round against Tottenham. That will be next episode, the away from home game and the home game coming as part of a double header. Yeah, obviously want to do as well as we can in Europe. Given where we are in the league, these next few games could prove pretty crucial to us. But today we are just going to be doing that Bayern game. They're down in 10th. They are struggling. They've got a few little players with doubts. As you can see, Lucas Romero, an issue for us. Paulino has also been injured, which is very disappointing indeed. It has stifled his development just a little bit, which is a shame because he really has been performing well for us. And it does mean that when it comes to this game, we have got to change things up just a little bit. But that's okay. We'll adapt on the fly as we do. You can see Ben Yedder and Origi have been getting a little bit more football as of late. Volland still not finding the back of the net, which is maybe cause for concern. But honestly, generally speaking, when you look across our team, I'm pretty happy with the direction we're going in. I'm hoping that that previous match was just a case of us being a bit of a slow starter. Victor Fischer, I think we're going to move on to the bench. He's finally fully recovered from his injury. Still got a bit of an injury risk. Going to have to slowly bring him back into the first team. The kind of repeat torn hamstring injuries are a massive blow for him. We've really not had him for most of this season so far. So maybe he can be a difference maker as we go into the second half of the season. There's no money to sign anyone, so I'm kind of bound by the players that we've got. But we have significant potential in our ranks. And I'm very confident our players are just going to kind of continue to develop and improve. We've also got Sessegnon, who we can bring into the fray. Potentially for Wagnerman. He is struggling for match fitness, so that is going to be something we have to monitor. But I think we will bring him in. It does mean jiggling around the team just a little bit. Dominic Corr's been pretty disappointing as well, so I think we'll bring in Sven Bender back for him. Cor actually a player who there's been a little bit of interest in. I'm not overly against selling him if the right offer came in. So far it's been a lot of loan offers. You can see Wolfsburg chasing him. I'd rather not obviously give him to them. Well, with Sven Bender looking like he might leave in the next few years, I feel like Cor is kind of the natural successor to Sven in that area of the pitch, kind of the defensive midfielder. But anyway, I think that's the team we're going to go with for today's game. This is the lineup. It's a pretty strong team all in all. I'm going to stick with Kai Havertz, who's been in some pretty good form as of late. Palacios, not such good form, but I do have faith in him to turn it around. And he has started to build a nice little synergy, it feels like, in the centre of the pitch with Havertz. Elsewhere in the team, nothing too crazy going on. Sessegnon, of course, had his fair share of injuries. He's been back on the road to recovery for a little while now. You can see he picked up a few couple-day-long injuries ever since that hernia. Of course, prior to that, he pulled his ankle ligament. So it's just a few injuries that have all come at once that have kind of slowed him down a little bit. He's really not had a massive run of games in a row for us so far. I mean, if you look at his form, you can see it's just been very kind of hit and miss, especially lately after what was a very, very good start to the season where he was playing regularly. Just not really been able to get it going. For a record transfer, I'm hoping he's going to be able to step it up and be a real asset to us in the second half of this season. But anyway, let's submit our team for today's game. We're away from home against Bayern Munich. It's not an easy game. Given how their season's gone so far, we absolutely have to dismantle them today and get the win. That has got to be the aim. And I do think we've got the overall quality to do that. So we'll see how we get on as this game progresses. In terms of the league title, if we really want to challenge for it, we can't afford to lose this game. 9 points behind Wolfsburg with 14 games left would not be easy. Wolfsburg have got very tricky games coming up. They've got to play the likes of Bayern, who we've obviously got today, the likes of Dortmund as well, Leipzig. All games that we have got to play as well, but they are teams that actually this year we've done very, very well against. Anyway, we'll see how we get on in this game. Obviously, we might do what we did against Wolfsburg, which is if we don't quite get going in this match, switch to the Gegenpressing style of play. You know, we kind of have that system we can slot back into for this kind of game. But I like to start the games positive, try and take possession by the scruff of the neck and dominate matches. If it isn't really working out, that's when we kind of switch to our plan B. And well, Coman, it would have been a very good goal if he could have scored it. We've had more possession, but we're not doing nearly enough with it. So with that in mind, we're going to switch the systems early on, I think, today. It's a bit of a gamble so soon into the match, but I do feel like we've got the overall quality to make it work. So we'll see how we get on. Apparently, Kingsley Coman finding a bit too much space out wide. You can see we're having more possession, not doing a whole lot with it, but we've got a chance here. Leon Bailey, set piece, whipped back post, Havertz. Can we keep it alive? It would be against the run of play if we could break the deadlock here. Leon Bailey cutting inside, gives the ball away. We're going to try and press out here. The ball cleared away. Can Havertz get there? He can't. There is an opportunity here for Bayern maybe to hit on the counter, although what a tackle that was by Palacios. Now can we break? Julian Brandt, there's players queuing up. Great run. Rudiger clears it. Only as far as Ryan Sessegnon. Back post. Bailey doesn't challenge for it. And now we could be caught out. Lewandowski, big ball over the top. Pongrasic, don't do anything silly with the ball there. I mean, so far, neither team having many kind of clear-cut chances of any kind. But, well, there's a chance here. Kai Havertz, he's clean through. Please bury that guy, Kai. That was not the composure we needed from him, was it? Blasted over the crossbar. That was a clear-cut chance. Good to see us breaking through. Since we've changed our tactic, they've not had a shot, I don't recall. And, well, we could be on the attack again here. Trying to apply the pressure high up the pitch, rushing the keeper down, forcing him to do something with it. Ball cleared over, though, to Julian Draxler. Not known for his pace, but he's clean through. And, well, Kingsley Coman, that's a tap-in. That's easy for Bayern. They probably deserve that based on the chances they've had and created. But we had a real opportunity through Kai Havertz, and then to immediately concede, it immediately plants that seed of kind of what if in the back of your mind. Caught out of position here. Weiser just couldn't catch up. Jonathan Tau comes across. A bit of sleeping at the back by Sessegnon and Pongrasic, and, well, Kingsley Coman with the pace there. Was never going to miss from there. Finds the back of the net. Causes us a bit of a headache in this game. Looks like going into half-time it could be 1-0. I'm going to have a shouty team talk. But, well, if we concede now, it could be disastrous, couldn't it? Thiago, Bayern Munich looking for it. What a tackle that is. That was Palacios again. Not known for his tackling capabilities, the Argentine centre-mid, but he's doing work. But we could be in trouble here. Nice win, though. Sven Bender, what a tackle that was. on Lewandowski. Could be an option for a ball over the top here from Leon. Goes instead to Kai Havertz, who dinks it wide to Julian Brandt. Nice build-up play. Is their end product. That's what we need. Sessegnon, very good going forward. Gives it to Sven Bender. Palacios to Leon Bailey, who hits it. What a finish that is, Leon. Palacios has been an engine in the midfield for us so far. And, well, we've stuck it out in this game. Since we've changed to the more pressing style of play, I feel like we're definitely playing more confidently. And, well, you could see here, Sessegnon, nice ball across. Palacios, just a nice, intelligent pass inside. And then, well, Leon Bailey, what a finish that is on his left peg. He has been Player of the Year so far. And, well, for one thing I didn't actually mention was that over the winter break, he got named in the World Team of the Year on the bench. I mean, what an achievement that is for him as a Jamaican international. Really is making a name for himself and, well, showing exactly why he was on the bench for the World Team of the Year. Oh my gosh, not like this. Lewandowski. Hradecky stops the first shot. He can't stop the second. I think that was Jonathan Tah. My head is in my hand. That was an awful defensive mistake. You think, you know, we've got the sucker punch. We've got them just before half-time. I think it was Tah. I don't know what he's tried to do there, but he's tried to head it. Hradecky, it's a great stop the first time. Unfortunately, doesn't parry it wide, parries it straight back into the path of Lewandowski. At half-time, it's 2-1. It should have been 1-1, but we slept on it. Oh, I can't help but smile. Just football things, I guess. I was going to say football manager things, but it happens in real football as well, that your players just kind of, you know, shut down, stop thinking about what they're doing. At half-time, I've not made any changes. If I was going to change anything, what would it be? It'd probably be Kevin Volland coming off. I am actually tempted to bring him off for Origi, who's been in some good goal-scoring form. That might not be the worst change in the world, but you can see defensively, it's not the greatest ratings. We've got a chance here, though. Leon Bailey tries to get to Origi. Neuer collects it. Origi just being a pain in Neuer's side, saying, you know what, I know you want to drop it down. I know you want to put it at your feet. Not going to let you. Forcing him to go long. Can we mop up the pieces here? Jonathan Tah. Please, Jonathan, don't do anything more derpy like last half. Don't fall asleep on me again. Lewandowski's finding a lot of space in the middle between our defenders. Julian Brandt, nice play here, of course. We've got Origi in, who's going to latch onto the end out. What a ball that is. What a goal it would have been. Can we just discuss the pass here by Julian Brandt? What a ball this is. The curve on it is just undeniably satisfying. One of my favourite things about the match engine this year. Oh, Origi tries to go around the keeper. It was a great chance. You wonder if Volland would have scored it. But Origi, maybe that chance just came to him a little bit too early. You know, he's just not been on the pitch long enough. You kind of want, you know, 5 minutes just to get up to pace. But you've got to take those chances when they come your way. And they could be on the attack here. Draxler, what a finish that is. A sledgehammer of a shot. I mean, this could have been a very, very different match if we'd taken a few of the chances that came our way. But as it is, on the hour mark, Bayern 3-1 up. Probably deservedly so on reflection of play. Bit of space and, well, room out here. You can see we cut out the short passing lanes, but we just get caught in transition. The header there, won by Alabu, who's pushed very hard up the pitch. Jonathan Tah, again, just not tracking his man. I don't want to see if it was offside or not. It was clearly onside. It wasn't given. Weiser, I mean, there's still half an hour left in. Whips it in. I'm worried that that's been given as a foul. I don't think it has been. The camera isn't moving. Right, it's a goal. Sometimes the camera doesn't move and it goes to VAR or offside, so I'm always scared to celebrate. It's a lovely header by Leon Bailey. He's not known for his heading, but he got on the end of that. 3-2, we're suddenly back in this. Jonathan Tah, I'm actually going to take him off. I very rarely take defenders off. He's on a 6.0. Kai Havertz, not had the greatest of games. I'm going to bring on Almiron for a fresh pair of legs. I'm also going to change Leon Bailey here to be on the attack duty instead of on support. Just get a little bit further forward here. We probably need to be more... I was going to say we need to be more direct. We're already being more direct. But I think it's now about being slightly, you know, more willing, I guess, to pump things forward instead of just going through our defence. As much as I like playing beautiful football from the back, it doesn't always serve you well. 5 minutes in this game. I'm on positive. I guess we can go... Let's go very attacking. We've kind of got to go for it at this point. There's no harm in just committing a few more men forward and seeing what we can do. We'll bring Palacios forward too, I think. I actually didn't realise Palacios couldn't play attacking midfielder. I guess it makes sense. Of course, I've got Paqueta and Havertz who can play there, so I've never really had to put him in. 6 minutes of added time. Can we get something? It doesn't look like it's going to happen. Time just trickling away here. Maybe one late set piece. Leon Bailey doesn't even beat the first man. I mean, Bayern deserved their win, probably. I say that. They do deserve their win. We had chances, though. We could have done a lot more with it. Leon Bailey's too, just not enough on the night. And unfortunately for us, that does see us slip a little further now behind Wolfsburg at the top of the table. In terms of our games coming up, as I said, next time we'll be back for the game against Tottenham. That's going to be a big double header for us. In the meantime, we've got Dortmund in 10th, Frankfurt in 6th, Hertha Berlin in 15th. Then in between the two legs, you can see here we've got Hoffenheim and we've got Leipzig. So games that we do need to be winning. Just have a look at Wolfsburg, because they are, at least right now, looking like the big rivals, the team to beat, I guess. If we just look at their schedule, they've got Hamburg, who are in 3rd, coming up next week. They've then got Werder Bremen in 4th, Gladbach in 5th. There's some games there where they could slip up, especially away from home. We'll have to see how we get on. Obviously, we beat them away from home. We've shown that they're not this unbeatable side, and a lot of their defeats have come away from home. In fact, it looks like all of them have this season. Beyond that, they've also got Bayern Dortmund to play back-to-back, and then they've got us right at the end of the season still. So the next few games for them are games that we need to hope that they slip it up in and we can really capitalise on. That's going to be the big thing for us before next episode. But anyway, guys, that does wrap up everything from me. Champions League next time out. It's going to be an exciting time. The first knockout round. Hopefully we can do better than we did in the Europa League last year. Hopefully I do see you as well for the Champions League knockout stages. If you have enjoyed today's video, please do leave a like on it. If you've got any comments, leave them down below. And other than that, it is me, Jack, and I will talk to you guys in a bit. I'm out.